make us you know, I talk about this pullover that I'm not comfortable with this pullover.
Yes. There's one day she wanted to check you.
I wanted to check her that day.
Yes, I
on the
remember that day.
second thought, I say she's married. How can she do
that
this?
she will feel somehow.
But my spirit is telling
now
me.
say that one day is one day that she will crash out.
Yes. I say one day, that day I call you back. You remember that? Is that day I wanted to check you.
If you know what poultry farmers are facing in Nigeria, the cost of feeding their, of feeding their chicken, the cost of that alone has sent a lot of them out of business. But you still have to also deal with stealing or thieving staff. So what should we blame that on? A crate of egg in Nigeria is sold for over 5,000 naira. People who have businesses, they are suffering. Can you believe that? Imagine those who have businesses in Nigeria of today. They are struggling. They are suffering. Then, now think of those who have no business, who have no jobs, who have nothing. So that can't be hunger. That's pure greed. Like criminal, isn't it? So you have so much to survive in Nigeria, man. Like you have to go through another level of level of cope to survive in that place. In your effort of trying to actually give people job, you still have to also protect yourself because they can run you out of business and send you back to your village. As the Tiknumbu gang are doing everything to make sure that your business dies, you also have the staff. In some places, the staff, they will ask customers not to pay money through the normal pay points. They will give customers their personal accounts to pay the money into after taking goods from their employer's business or from the employer's shop. I've seen a lot of complaint about that online as well. You know, and that is why you will see that some Nigerians who would always support the rogues, the terrorists, the criminals who are looting them. They will tell you, if you condemn those who are thieves in government, they will begin to attack you and say, if now you won't you also steal? Are you a saint? Are you innocent? If now you get opportunity, go steal too, because that's what they will do. So I kind of believe that not all of all Nigerians hate corruption, hate stealing. Majority of them just complain if they are not the ones benefiting from the corruption. That's it. Same thing with oppression. Because what would you say is the greed, the poverty? Okay, what about person who was returning back to Nigeria, right? Like you are coming from somewhere, and on your way to Nigeria, Baba, you still swallow pellet of drugs. Usually, people swallow drugs to take it outside Nigeria. But how can you explain the ones that swallow drugs to take to Nigeria? Can we also call that poverty or the fear of poverty or greed? Take a look at this. This one is I just got back that got a cut.
Frisky first. So I'm going to... I think we should go to okay. No, kakaba kimarin ba ya kai kuma.
Yeah, wata nan gefe. Yes. It's okay. Continue.
Bashi shiri. Bashi shiri. Hope you are. You will go. Check the jacket. Remove that clothes. Brisk him first. What is this? What is this?
Remove it.
Eh?
Allow him to remove it. Let him remove it.
Okay. Careful. Okay. All right. Okay.
Gardena. See, Gardena.
See one there. Le dessous quoi? Prenons le office. Le dessous mon office. It's okay. It's okay. Let's go back.
26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. You see what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
25.
Go ahead.
25. Go on.
Go ahead.
26, 27, 28.
That's
Divide by
how many?
56. 56.
No.
That is
Addition on you.
Everybody won't go do dirty December. Dirty December. I have no idea where the guy was coming from, but I just got back. He's also I just got back guy. I know that my time is almost up, okay, but I still have a few things to share with you before I take calls, okay? Don't forget, right? I am also going to be raising money for the Yoruba Union Family Support Program for January. So I've got 20 days. Can you believe that? I've got 20 days to raise 20 million naira or more, or at least 1,500 families in Yoruba land on behalf of the Yoruba Union. So please, if you have any spare money that you probably can give to us to help a family after this Yuletide, we will be glad and we'll be grateful too. By the way, I'll share that information with you, and those who probably who have seen it already in the description of this broadcast, the details of where to actually put that in is in the description. But yes, when they kidnapped Dele Farotimi by the Babalola and gang, we all reacted. But there were people who said that that couldn't have been his first time, right? See, there was a lady that got employed by Babalola, and somehow they terminated her employment, and she therefore petitioned the industrial court in Nigeria so that they could possibly get her justice. Do you know what they did to her? After Babalola and his goons, including that Kehinde Ogun Umiju. Yeah, the one that went to Abuja court to obtain court order that Dele Farotimi's book must not be sold anymore. And Dele Farotimi, the money made from the Dele Farotimi's book should be given to them. It was that same guy who went to court and they charged the lady. He didn't go to court immediately. First, they used the police to arrest her or kidnap her. All right. Then afterward, they now charged her for defamation. They said all her claims in the petition that she submitted to the industrial courts in Nigeria, they said they were defamation of Afe Babalaola's character. And guess what? The police, just like Dele Farotimi's case, the police was called. Now, listen to this story. I am going to read it out just for the sake of my listeners, and I bet it's so wild, right? It is so kind of like a board on your screen, so you can read with me if you don't mind, all right? Now, this lady submitted this online, because, I mean, you submitted a petition to the, You submitted a petition to the National Industrial Courts, and when Afe Babalaola and his crew, look at all those names. So, yeah, this was 2021. Between Bridget Omonopon, Emengo Esquire, she's a lawyer. Credan Chikamsi Emengo, suing through his next friend, Bridget Omonopon Emengo Esquire, and Are Afe Babalaola, CONOFRSAN. Adebayo Adenipekun, Oludaramola, Kehinde Ogun Umiju, Tunde Babalola, Peter Oluwaseun Olomola, Oluwashina Ogungbade, Sunday Ojonugwa Onubi, Ademola Kamar Abimbola, Aya Kanyeja Unda, Fumilola Lunge. Now, that's the names on the right, all right? She wrote, she said, "Good afternoon, learned friends. My name is Bridget A. Enengo. I was sitting in my house this afternoon and I got a knock on my gate. Upon inquiries, a man in mufti waving a police badge from the Monitoring and Mentoring Department, FCT command, claims to have a complaint where my name featured, and I was being invited to the police station. Upon further inquiry, the police in mufti refused to disclose his name, and they couldn't tell me what the complaint was about or who wrote the complaint. I asked to be given the invitation so that I could honor it tomorrow morning, being Monday, as I am with my kids, aged 2 and 6. But they couldn't provide it and ensured that I must come along with them today compulsorily. My husband therefore asked why I couldn't be allowed to honor the invitation to the police station tomorrow, since I was not under arrest and it was just an invitation. At that point, the team leader, the spokesperson, said I was under arrest. So I also asked for the arrest warrant. He therefore said he was going to get one and has now left to do so. But there are 3 police officers in front of my gate with a Hilux truck blocking the entrance. I just figured I should let you guys know this as learned friend, because this is very suspicious to me. I have my suspicions. I'll keep you this house posted. This, mind you, does this sound familiar? Of course it does. It sounds familiar. That's exactly what they did to Dele Farotimi. Oh, there is more. Well, check your screen, right? Here, she said, in this other part of the apostle, right? She said, "Good morning, learned colleagues. I am sorry for a long silence after my last post on Sunday evening. The team leader of the policemen who came to arrest me, one DSP Abel of the Monitoring and Mentoring Unit of the FCT Police Command, later returned with the original copy of the petition written against me and the arrest warrant. So I accompanied them to the police station. The petition upon which the arrest warrant was issued was written by the law firm of Babalola and Co., my former employers, simply because I instituted an action against them for wrongful termination of my employment, violations of several of my fundamental human rights, and that of my son, as well as the defamation of my character, all orchestrated by Kenyide Ogunwumiju, son, simply because I am a woman and from a minority tribe, which he claims is not the baptized tribe, and as deposed to facts and pleaded documents in support of all my claims before the court. Remember, she sued Afe Babalola only to industrial court. This is what triggered them and prompted this attack on now. Yeah? So the complaint was signed by Olamide Mojogbo Toluwa or something. Adekunle ni Eifun. And the allegation against me in the petition was that the averments in my witness statement on oath are, in their opinion, false. Interestingly, they alleged in the petition that because they are denying same and content of Exhibit V in suit number NICN/ABJ/29/2021 constituted the offense of perjury, blackmail, defamation of character, and injurious falsehood by reason of their mere deniers. Curiously, the law firm of Afe Babalola and Co. apparently chose to file a petition to the Nigerian police force because they believe that, as opposed to filing a statement of defense to my action, like legal practitioners are expected to do, a petition to the Nigerian police force alleging perjury, defamation of character, and injurious falsehood is the proper process to traverse the content of my witness statement on oath. The Nigerian police force interestingly agreed with them and predicated on same, issued and the same issue and strategically executed an arrest warrant against me just the night before my case in NICN/ABJ/29/2021 filed against the law firm of Afe Babalola and Co. since June 2021 and served on all the defendants about 3 months ago was slated to come up for mention. Just a day before our case come up in the industrial court, they ordered for our arrest. I was reminded in police custody because my oral application for bail that Sunday night on self-recognizance was refused. Sounds familiar again? It should. So whatever they are doing to Dele Farotimi, they've done it to somebody else, and they probably have done it to so many people before now. Continue. See, she said, I was reminded in police custody because of this, right? And yeah, I was arraigned yesterday afternoon between the hours of 3:30 p.m. and 4 p.m. and granted bail in the sum of 300,000 naira with 2 sureties in like sum. Being civil servant of grade level 13 and resident in the FCT. My bail could not be perfected yesterday because time was fast spent and we were informed that the magistrate handling the charge does not accept affidavit of means deposed to at the Magistrate Court Zone 6 registry and added in the Magistrate Court for bails as he only accepts that added in the High Court of the FCT, which registry had obviously closed by then and was some kilometers away. I was therefore further remanded in police custody for the night. Very early this morning at first light and well before court would open to perfect my bail, I was driven by officers of the MMU all the way to Kefi to be remanded at the Kefi prison, even though I never heard any pronouncement about me being kept in Kefi prison custody when the ruling was read. In any case, the attempt to remand me in prison were very surprised, in prison custody today failed, as the official of Kefi prison were very surprised at my presentation to their prison this morning and rejected me on the ground that since the inception of the Nigerian prisons COVID protocols, all female inmates were sent to Suleja prisons because that is where they have the quarantine facility for women. The officers of the MMU therefore had no option than to return to the court to have the remand order changed to Suleja prison custody. But by the time we returned to the magistrate court 10 in Zone 6 for the Honorable Sadiq Abubakar, my bail had already been perfected, so I was released. Sounds familiar. That is the modus operandi of Afe Babalola. They terminated somebody's employment. She went to the industrial court to fight for what she believed was fundamental human rights. Afe Babalola called on the police to get her arrested for defamation and blackmail. And then she's a lawyer. She's a lawyer like Demo, and make sure that she was locked up and her bail. Maybe then the magistrate court that granted that bail did not read the memo very well. It was not supposed to grant her bail because there is that, and that happened a day before her case was to come up in the industrial court. Sounds familiar? Well, there you have it, where you have rogues in the Nigerian criminal justice system. That was their petition, in a way that, oh, you insulted Afe Babalola. How dare you go and sue him? You want to sue Afe? You want to sue Afe Babalola in Nigeria? How dare you? We will teach you a lesson. You know? It is their modus operandi. So you can now imagine how they felt when Dele Farotimi published a whole book explaining the criminality of Afe Babalola. How they felt like, how dare you? What the heck, man? What a country. What a contraption. It's not even a country. It is a contraption. A total one, you know? So, ladies and gentlemen, even though we don't like El Rufaya, the Kaduna little finger, he once said something like this, by the way, on the character of people that present themselves for your elections in that contraption. You know, it's never always the best. It is always the worst that are available.
I'm sure technology can help, but that is not the problem. Elections do matter in Nigeria. Even the semi-analog elections we had in 2015 were credible. The problem is those that we elect. Elections are like a beauty contest. The prettiest woman or the prettiest girl is not usually Miss World, because she is probably in somebody's house as a wife. It is those that offer themselves that form the population that you choose from. So yes, she's Miss England or Miss Nigeria will probably be a very beautiful woman, but she's not the most beautiful woman in England or Nigeria. She's just perhaps the most beautiful woman out of the 20 that put themselves forward. So unless you improve the quality of those that put themselves forward, whether elections matter or not, will not result to better outcomes. This is my point. This is my appeal to Nigerians, particularly those in diaspora, to get off criticizing online and come back and be engaged in the political process. Your criticisms count for nothing. It is actual involvement, getting your hands dirty at shaping how political parties select candidates that will make Nigeria better. Not just the election itself. The election is just one. And we are past that stage. I think JGA's reforms have already ensured that elections in Nigeria are likely to continue to be free, fair, and credible. We can put more technology into it, but the key issue is who do we vote for? And what is the quality of the persons that we can vote for? I think that's where we need to focus our attention. How to make use.
I'm highly disappointed of Nigerian government because the Nigerian government we are highly disappointed in them due to foreseen circumstances. Definitely, I'm one of those people are proving people should die in coronavirus is more better than people should die in hungers. Hunger kills more than coronavirus because some people are less privileged. Due to circumstances that I said it, some people are less privileged, which they are based on daily bail, which are not even based on salaries. But our government thinks that the knockdown is the best solution to coronavirus, and proving it to an extent and to the levels of alacrity that if someone die in coronavirus, it's more efficient to die in longer, because some people will be at indoor.
Thank you, Jerry, Professor. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I am going to draw the curtain, okay, for my own presentation. And I'm going to take calls. But I also have an appeal to make, all right? And this time around, so some of you who have participated in supporting the initiative of reaching out and helping the vulnerable, we stopped that about a year and a half ago. And today we had a meeting and we felt like, you know, we should do something, no matter how little, even if it's not really going to be that effective. So we have this mode or style of taking our advocacy off this online, okay? We always use the opportunity to tell our Yoruba people the reason why this contraption is not working and why it will never work. So it's not just about sharing food or supporting families like we used to do, okay? We always have that as a means of bringing our people together, especially the elderly ones, the older ones, right? In different communities